Hi, today we are going to discuss the advantages and the disadvantages of living annuities. Now, before we start, I just want to give you an idea what a living annuity is, and that is a vehicle that you use to draw an income when you're in retirement. Now, building up to retirement, you will use a vehicle like a pension fund or a retirement annuity, but once you decide to retire, you will then have to use another vehicle to draw an income. Now, the benefits of living annuities basically is the fact that you can vary your income. You can draw an income of between 2.5% and 17.5% of the capital value. Now, therein lies the problem, because if you ask somebody how much income they want in retirement, they will definitely veer towards the 17.5% because it's much more than the 2.5%. So there's a couple of factors that's very, very important when deciding how to operate your living annuity. The first one is the level of income that you are going to draw down in retirement. And the second factor is how you're going to invest the capital so that it will last in retirement. Now, all research indicates that if you draw too much on a living annuity, that's the main risk. And this research showed that if you draw more than 4.75% of the capital, your living annuity will not be sustainable going through retirement. Now, it's very important to understand that if you retire at the age of 60, you might live until the age of 95. So there's a long time that you will require this income. So first of all, we said the main risk is the risk that you are drawing too much income on this living annuity. The second one is how you invest for the long term. Now, first of all, people normally want to draw too much, as I said. And secondly, they want to be too conservative when investing the money that should sustain this living annuity going forward. Now, there's a couple of factors that's very, very important. And the first one we've already alluded to. The second one is the length of time that you're going to spend in retirement. So the length of time that you're going to spend in retirement is very, very important. And the level of control that you have over that is basically zero. You don't know how long you're going to live. The income that you draw in retirement, the level of control that you have over that is huge. You can decide how much you want to draw. The third one is the risk that you take in that portfolio. So the more shares or equities you have in the portfolio, the longer your capital will last. But the more volatile your experience is going to be. And when I talk about volatility, that just means the swings that your capital will have from the high points to the low points. And all of us, we don't want the low points, but we don't have a lot of control over that. So the level of control is medium in terms of how you should invest, but also all research shows that for your living annuity to be sustainable for the long term, you have to have more growth assets in your portfolio. Now, we know that growth assets basically means that you have to have more shares or you have to have more property in your portfolio. And when we talk about shares, obviously it's local shares and also offshore shares. So in closing, when we look at the level that a living annuity can sustain, we see that it's very, very important for you to decide those two factors, your level of income in and during retirement, because you can vary that every year. And that is one of the benefits why people choose a living annuity, because they can vary their income levels in retirement. Secondly, and that is the level of returns. Now, we know that the last part of your life might be 30 to 35 or even 40 years, and that means that you will need more returns on your investment. And many people would want to go to something like a money market that's very safe in terms of the volatility. There's no swings in your capital, but we know that the capital will not last for the duration that you will require that income of your living annuity in retirement. So what we basically advise is that you do get good advice, because left on your own, people, as I say, they veer to withdrawing too much, and on the other hand, they want to invest in low risk assets because they think that will stand the test of time. And we've seen time and again that that's not the case. So in conclusion, as we've seen, it's quite a complex vehicle, the living annuities. So I would recommend that you really choose wisely, but even better than that, choose advisors that stood the test of time, that can help you make these very important decisions in retirement.